Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's paycheck budget setup video. So for today, we're going to be setting up our our second paycheck of January. We are going to be closing out our first paycheck of January. So one little change I made here. So I'm using the Planner Pieces system in our shop. There's a whole launch video that goes over that system if you want to check out the details. But I did move the budget file out of my January folder, and then I just created a budget folder for 2024. I figured that would be a little bit easier to navigate as I'm setting things up. Because it's a new system, I do expect to kind of make changes as I'm figuring out like what works better and what will make navigation a little bit more smooth. So anyways, I did make that little change, but let's go ahead and open up the budget file and we will go to January and we will go to paycheck 1 and just kind of close out this budget. Now, all of the bills have come out with the exception of Southwest Gas. I originally thought that that would be due during this pay period, but it ended up not being due. So what I am going to do is put 0 here and then $31 under here, but everything else came out. As far as income is concerned, we did not have any miscellaneous income, and the rollover was exactly as planned. And then, so that means our income was as expected. So that is all set. Okay, so in terms of bills, the amount that was actually spent. So first we have our mortgage, and then we have our HOA, the solar panels, our gym membership did come in a little under, and then $183.96 for gymnastics, and then $51.89 for APS, and $92.82 for water and trash. So we ended up actually having a total, and I apologize for the lighting, you guys. Bear with me. I'm trying to figure out a new filming schedule based on schedule changes with my family, and right now the only time I have to film is nighttime. And I loved these lights at first, but you can see them in the glare of the screen, so I can't put them on here as directly as I'd like to. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but just bear with me as I'm figuring all that out. So, but hopefully you guys can see the screen just fine. So it's just not gonna be the best quality, but that's okay. So let's see what we had remaining. Let's subtract our income. So we actually had $1,602.05 remaining here. Okay, so that takes care of that. And then over and under, we'll just calculate it because it's there. I don't know that it matters a whole ton, but we ended up being 52. Ooh, I must have accidentally there we go. 52.15. And I'll change that color to green is what we were under. So it's always good to be a little under. And then, yeah, and then the other one, I'm not gonna worry about the remaining thing. Okay, so then we get into our expenses. So we do cash envelopes for the majority of these items, so you're not gonna see any variations there. We are going to stuff our cash envelopes for the second pay period here in just a moment. For gas, we did not have to fill up on gas at all, so we were actually under by $50. So that is fantastic. So we are all set to go there. And that means that, oh, we did have a couple, I don't know if this happened after my last check-in, I think it did, but we did sign Maddie up for tennis, so I put that here, and then our Costco membership was due as well, so we had to put that under expenses as well, and that changed the amount that we had remaining. So being under on gas was really helpful in terms of that. So so yeah, our expected expenses were that, and then I'm just gonna subtract 50 And that means 102.92, just doing some simple math there. And we were under by $50. So we had 102.92 remaining in total. That will just get rolled over into this next little pay period, 102.92. So that is that. And then let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna fill that in. I'm not super like, yeah, I'm not gonna fill in all the things. Just for time's sake, my kids and my husband are gonna be home soon from gymnastics, so I would like to finish this before they get home. So I could do that off camera, but honestly, just knowing how much I have remaining is all that I really care about. So, okay, that is that. So 102.92, let's remember that number. I'm gonna duplicate this here, and this is gonna be paycheck too. So 102.92 is our rollover. 102.92. And I'm gonna change the color to black. I didn't realize I still had it on green. And then we're gonna have to change out this, change that out. And then all of the bills with the exception of Southwest Gas. So I'll put that in there because that'll come out this pay period. And then erase that, erase all of our actual amounts. And I think the only things that are gonna change, let's see. So our groceries will be that, gas will be the same, household will be the same, entertainment will be the same. For babysitting, we're gonna need to take out 20 for this these next couple weeks because there's 2 Thursdays. That's for babysitting for when we go to Bible study, which is starting back up today, the day you guys are watching this. So we pay $10 to the babysitter to watch the kids for an hour. And then the puppies, we're only going to take out 60 for them. Pocket money will be the same, and then we won't have these 3 expenses down here. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to rename this Paycheck 2. And I'm going to erase this. And let's open up our January budget here just to see the bills. So I'm gonna start filling in the bills. Now this is where this is gonna be really helpful just to kind of flip back and forth. So we're gonna set aside half of our February mortgage. That way each pay period we set aside half of the mortgage. That way we have the full mortgage amount ready to go when it's due on the 1st of the month. So we technically pay the next month's budget or the next month's mortgage with the current month's paychecks, if that makes sense. So that is going to be due on the 1st of February. February mortgage. That was written kind of funky. Hang on. February mortgage, and then that amount is $788.95. $788.95. And then we have Geico Auto for $150. Geico Auto insurance. And that was due, when was that due? The 14th. So 1/14. And we're budgeting $150. I do want to say I got the bill for that. Let me double check real quick. I'm pretty sure I did. I remember getting an email. So let's see. I get so much junk mail, you guys. It's like, it's insane. Oh wait, when was that? No. Am I in the wrong email? Geico. Oh, I must not have. I thought I got an email. Let me check because I could have sworn I had like the Geico app. Yeah, I do. Let me see. It's helpful to know the exact amount, so I'm just gonna see if I can look it up here. I probably should have done this beforehand, but okay. Billing 153.24. I feel like it is really helpful to have just like the exact amount. So 153.24, and that is due on the 14th. Okay, so 153.24, and I'll change the amount in here. 15324. And then we have State Farm due on the 15th. And that's actually my husband's life insurance. And that has always been $38.70. So that's that bill. And then we have Southwest Gas on there, and Disney Plus is due on the 19th. The 19th. Disney Plus, my family just got home. $11.92. So that's that one. And then we have CenturyLink due on the 20th for $65. 120. CenturyLink. And $65. And then we have quite a few bills due during that pay period, this pay period. Banner Life is my life insurance, so that's due on the 22nd. Banner Life, and that is $22.22. Just gonna move this so it's in order real quick. So I am going to take this here, move it over here temporarily, erase this, and then I am going to just bump these three down one line and move that up, and then we'll be all good to go there. So that's there. And then let me real quick make sure my door is locked. Okay. Yes, it is locked. Okay, so then, and actually with Banner Life, that's due on the 23rd, not the 22nd. Okay, and then we have World Watch News due on the 24th. World. And that's $6.99. And then we have our Sienna payment on, oops, the 25th. $125. Sienna. And we pay a little bit more than the minimum payment on the Sienna. We're trying to pay it off as quickly as we can. So those are all of our bills. I need to go through and total those up and everything. So let's see here. So our total for bills, $788.95 for the mortgage. Oops, plus $153.24 for Geico. And then $38.70 for State Farm. $31 for Southwest Gas, $11.92, $65, $22.22, $6.99, and $1,000. So a total of 2,100, and I wrote that in remaining, that's okay. I can just move it up with the lasso. But I do need to total up my income up here. So 1399.59 plus 1745.16 plus 102.92 is 324767. Let me just double check. 1399.59 plus 1745.16 plus 0292. So yeah, and then we will subtract that amount, and that gives us a remaining total of $1,129.65. And I'm just gonna double check this again real quick. Sorry, I'm just tired, so I don't trust my brain that much. Let's see. Okay, so that was all right. All right, and then we get into our expenses here. So groceries, gas, household entertainment, babysitting, puppies, our pocket money, and that should be it. So let's go ahead and add all that up. So that's a total of $770. And I'll just check it one more time. Yeah, $770. And we will subtract that out. So our total remaining is $359.65. Okay, so, and we're just kind of still figuring out the paycheck budget stuff. So normally you would do like a zero-based budget, right? You would put that remaining total either towards some sinking funds or an extra debt payment, maybe towards savings, a little bit of all of it or some of it. But we're just kind of letting it be. We're not putting it towards anything specific right now, as we sort of just figure out, like, you know, figure out what we're working on. Andrew and I, to be honest with you guys, we're kind of struggling with what to prioritize, how, it's just taking some getting used to getting used to our new way of doing things. It's good. I think it's really, really good. I definitely am happy that we made the change, because I feel like it's forcing us, like, now we're living off of a salary versus living off of like just kind of playing it year by year. We have more of like a predictable income, but it is a little bit tighter than before because we're just trying to play it safe right now. With the way that the world is and the economy is and stuff, we're just trying to really be as frugal as we can be. So the pay period is the 12th, 1/12 through the 25th. Andrew is gonna start doing Instacart, so I might even want to put, well, I'll just put that under miscellaneous. He's gonna start doing Instacart. We really do need to get more income coming in because we really want to pay off our car. The fact that we have debt, again, just kind of, I mean, it's, yeah. Total, like, human thing. We let, I don't know, we just were impulsive with the car purchase and we love it. It's my personal like dream. I've always dreamt of having a Sienna. I know that might sound silly to some people, but I really always saw myself having a minivan and I always wanted a Sienna. And you know, I was proud of myself for my business growing and stuff like that, and I let it go to my head, and then I got the van and it was a bad decision. So now we're just trying to like pay it off as quickly as we can. We were debt free before, and then we got the stupid solar panels too, and I'm just like kicking myself because we didn't have a car payment, we didn't have a solar panel payment, and now with those two things combined, we have a lot of debt to pay off again, and we were debt free for a while. And so I'm just kind of venting to you guys and letting you know, like, if you've done the same thing in the past, you're not alone. Sometimes you make wise financial decisions, sometimes you make poor financial decisions, and the van will be good in the long run. It's a hybrid. I feel like that's going to be really good as far as gas is concerned. Kind of keeping that at a minimum. A Sienna is a very reliable vehicle. I'm really happy with it. We're probably going to be toting around grandkids in it, to be honest with you. They last forever. So I know in the long term it's going to be worth the investment, but we shouldn't have done it still. So that's just, I'm just being totally like honest with you guys that we were kind of idiots, and more so me, because I was the one really pushing for it. So kicking myself for that. But Andrew is going to, during the time that I'm with the kids, he's going to go out and do Instacart stuff and just try to bring extra income in as much as possible and just hammer that car and get it paid off as quickly as possible. And I am debating sharing all of that with you guys. It's embarrassing. The amount that we owe on the car is insane. So I hesitate to do it because of that. But I also think it might be nice to have you guys be a part of that journey with me more so, like just the process of paying it off and seeing if we can actually get it done. We had ambitious goals of paying it off this year. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think it's realistic. I think just with the way things have been lately, I don't think it's gonna happen. So, but I think with Andrew going back to work and helping, obviously that's gonna help out a lot with the financial aspects. The one thing that we're like not willing to do is have me go back to a full-time job and run the business again. I just refuse to do that. I want more time with my children. And Andrew's totally ready and willing to like step up and do what he needs to do to bring in an income for the family and help us accomplish our financial goals. And he's really just feeling called to do that right now. And I feel called to have my kids at home and to do homeschool with them and to just be a very present mom and just enjoy my time with them, because it's time I feel I missed out on with them growing up. And the only thing I ever wanted to be, you guys, growing up was a mom. That's all I cared about. I didn't care about a career. I still don't care about a career necessarily. I love my business. My business is like my third child and I love it. I'm very passionate about planning. You guys see me do it here all the time. And I love that I'm able to help others by creating these types of products for you guys. Like, I love it. It's a creative outlet, but my family is number one. My children are number one, and I'm not willing to, you know, run the business on the side and work a full-time job again. So we're just trying to figure all of that out. So random little rant for you guys, but we've just had a lot of tense conversations lately about it, and I figured I'd loop you guys in because it's just tough times for a lot of people, I feel, right now, and I just want you to know that you're not alone. So, but yeah, anyways, so as far as all of this over here, the little summary section, I will copy and paste that in, and then we'll get cash envelopes. And let me reset my camera because it's about to shut off on me. Okay, so estimate here, and then the estimated bills. I know, like, being frugal is very relative to some people. I feel so blessed that, you know, that we're paying our bills, we have food on the table, all that kind of stuff. Like, we can go out and enjoy things as a family occasionally, but we do try to keep that stuff to a minimum. Like, we're not gonna be doing big vacations. Like, this wedding ring is fake, you guys. It is not real. And yeah, we just really try to, like, I don't know, I've just never valued things, material items that much. I I like having good quality things that I know will last me a long time and stuff like that, but purses and clothes and like all that random stuff, like I don't feel the need to spend money on any of that right now. I just want to make sure that we're saving and that we're paying debt off. That's really all I care about at this point. So and I'm sorry for like the random venting, but it's just on my mind right now, and we're setting, you know, we're putting together budget stuff, so it just makes sense. Okay, so that's our budget for paycheck 2 for our second pay period. So now let's go ahead and fill up some cash envelopes. So for entertainment, the only gift card we've used is, I think Andrew used one of the gift cards to take the kids to Panera tonight for dinner. And then we're putting $80 in here for entertainment. So let me just kind of make sure. Yeah, 80, 20, 40, 60, 80. So I'm just gonna put that in entertainment. So that is all set to go. We didn't have anything left in there. And then for Mando and Cara, they still have 40, and then we're putting another 60 in. So this is for food for them, for nail trims, vet visits, you know, treats, bones, that kind of stuff. So they now have 100 in their envelope. Household, we have 40, and we're putting another 60 in. So now we have 100 in household. So that is all good to go. Piano, we're not gonna be filling up quite yet. That will come out of, I think, the next pay period, I'm pretty sure. And then babysitting, we have our first Bible study on the day you guys are watching this, as I mentioned earlier. So this will go, and actually the babysitter has the flu, so I think we're just gonna take the kids and they're gonna play like games or something in another room while we're meeting. So we're gonna see how that goes. But we're gonna keep that in there, and then we have 2 more 10s, so we should be good for the next couple of Bible study things. It's normally the kids go like with all the other kids, and it's a babysitter or 2 that watch all the kids. And so but one of the family, the main family who watches them, they all have the flu, I guess, right now. So, and then the last thing we have is groceries. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84. And Andrew was able to stock up on things, so we don't have anything left in groceries, but we have 400 for the next good little bit. So until the next pay period. So about $200 or so a week. We take out that much to be able to stock up on things. We get our meat from a local butcher, which is a little bit more expensive, but we would rather get that. So groceries, I think, is where we do splurge a little bit, just to get more of like the high quality stuff or support local businesses more. So that takes care of all. Where did my Apple Pencil go? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so we can mark all of this off. And 60, 80. This makes it really easy, by the way, as far as tracking transactions is concerned. It's kind of one of the reasons I actually am enjoying cash quite a bit, because I'm not really looking at statements all the time and trying to decipher transactions. Just, it helps a lot too, having everything in like these separate envelopes. I feel like that helps a ton, just to kind of keep it all like contained in the right spot and everything. And then for our pocket money, I will transfer that to Andrew and I. We each have a Chime card, and our pocket money is not for just willy-nilly spending. It's for if I need to go get a haircut, if I need clothes, if I need makeup, anything like that. So it's not like, you know, spend it on whatever extra money. It's like, you know, for necessities. So we try to save that up and stuff. And right now I'm trying to save up to get my hair done, because it is ridiculous, you guys. It is in rough shape. So that takes care of all of that. I will transfer those over tonight. And then I think that's pretty much it as far as this budget paycheck, or what is it? Paycheck budget setup is concerned. So, but yeah, sorry for like the ranting and stuff. You know, money stuff can get stressful, and I will admit that we're kind of in like a stressful period of time. Just kind of a lot of uncertainty and changes in our household, and it's just, yeah, it's just what's happening right now. But I trust that the Lord will provide. I trust that we will be okay, and that Andrew will find something that works well for him, and that we'll just hopefully continue to make wise choices in the future and get this car paid off. I think that would be really nice, just to not have that huge payment every month. And then also we want to pay off the solar panels. But I think we're looking at like interest rates and stuff, and the solar panels have a lower interest rate than the house. So we have this big goal, you guys, of trying to also pay off our house by the time we're 50. That goal got shifted from 45 to 50. I'm gonna be thrilled if our house is paid off by the time we're 50. That would be amazing. So that's kind of our big thing, is like, but we have to balance it. It's kind of hard, right? Like, it's hard balancing paying off the house and paying off debt in general, and then also trying to build up savings, because I also feel like we really need to save up an emergency fund. I would feel a lot better if we had like a whole year's worth of expenses in our emergency fund, and we're not quite there yet. So that's what I mean by like, we're not really sure what we're doing with this. We're just kind of letting it sit for now until we figure out some other way, or like, I don't know, until we figure out our stuff. And once we get more money rolling in, if Andrew is able to get some rolling in, then that will make a difference too. But yeah, anyways, if you're out there and money's stressing you out at all, just know that you're not alone, and that, you know, life has its highs, it has its lows. You never know what tomorrow's gonna bring. So just, you know, hope for the best, prepare. What is the saying? Andrew even told me earlier. We were like texting about all of this stuff, and he said something wise, that expect the worst and hope for the best, I think. So anyways, I'm really bad about that. I tend to live in fear a lot, because I had a very just chaotic childhood, especially when it comes to finances. I was actually homeless for a good amount of time with my family. I won't go into specifics entirely, but certain family members of mine have like spending addictions and gambling addictions and things like that. And there's just a lot of addiction, alcoholism, all that stuff in my family. And so when we like first moved to Arizona, we were homeless for a good amount of time, and then just lots of moving when I was younger, lots of like, we went bankrupt, and like, you know, dinner wasn't always a guaranteed thing for a lot of it too. So it's like, just, yeah, I just tend to have a lot of anxiety centered around that stuff. And so, and I have a family I'm supporting, so I don't know. Sorry I'm venting to you guys. I probably should go write this all down in like a journal. But anyways, that's it for this one. It was a long one, thanks to me being chatty, but I'm gonna edit this. I'm gonna put it up for you guys, and yeah, so anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry if it was a little Debbie Downer, but that's just what our reality is right now. That's what's going on right now. So but I hope that you all are doing well. I hope that you're all safe, healthy, that the year's off to a great start. And then I will see you in the next video. I think my digital plan with me is actually gonna go up Saturday. And I'm thinking about moving my budget videos to Friday, because I'm trying to figure out with the new schedule how and when to film, and I think that's probably what's gonna work best. So And then the time might change too, potentially, until like later in the day, but we'll see. We'll see. Anything that's like concrete and changes, I will let you guys know. I wish it could be like consistent, same day, same time, all the time, but that's not my life. That's not the reality of my life. I have a lot of different hats that I wear, so that's how it goes, but I will keep you guys updated. So anyways, I hope again you enjoyed this one. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to catch all my future videos, and I will chat with y'all later. Bye.